Hey, what's up? You know, this your boy Big Man, and welcome to the latest and greatest spot for your daily hip-hop news. And man, we got a couple things to talk about today. We got to talk about 50 Cent and his Stalker, and then we got to talk about 50 Cent and his response to how this Popsmoke album has been going, man. So let's get into it, all right? But do me a favor and please hit that like button and please hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell if you can. And let's go. All right, so it seems like 50 Cent has a legitimate stalker. I'm talking about somebody who's really out here looking to see what 50 is doing in these streets and following him and bugging him, man. This mess is crazy, man. This is the craziest news ever, man. So for those of you who don't know, man, 50 Cent, he got into an altercation and, you know, it may have been the same aspiring rapper that he got into it with last year. Now, 50 Cent was out with a nice-looking young lady, and he pulled up in his Rolls Royce on big boss status, and he was just chilling, man, in New Jersey, man. You know, I guess he went across the water, said, I'm going to go to New Jersey, take my lady out, and we going to do the thing, man. We're going to do a night on the town. Next thing you know, 50 Cent is in an altercation, and this joker is hurling chairs and tables at some dudes that's on the outside of the restaurant like he's freaking roided out and freaking out. You know what I'm saying? It looked like a real roid rage type of thing. Now, I'm not saying that 50 Cent is on steroids. I know he's not or whatever, man. I know that's his natural size, especially at this age and all that consistent lifting. But, man, dude was throwing them chairs like they was paper planes, man. 50 Cent was throwing them chairs and them tables like it was nothing, man. I was impressed almost. But them dudes who he was throwing them at, they were not impressed. They were running the other way. I'm talking about them dudes took off like they was going long on a fourth and final. You know what I mean? Dudes was not trying to get any of that action with 50. And 50 handled himself just like a G, man. He wasn't scared of none of that, man. He walked through the restaurant, had the valet pick up his Rolls Royce. It pulled up. He walks out with a bad chick, and they jump into the Rolls Royce, took his time and everything. So that dudes and that stalker that was tripping on him, man, they ain't phased 50 at all. But the crazy part about it is reports are saying that allegedly this is the same exact dude that was tripping with 50 last year. So if you guys don't remember that video, let me post that right here.
Hit me because I'm telling you I got talent. That's how you feel? It's fucked up. But look at my IG at least. Look at my IG at least. That's some fuck shit, my nigga. That's some fuck shit, my nigga. You can hit me, go ahead. I can fight. I don't care. Yeah, it's a tape, man. Nah, fuck the camera. I don't care about the camera. You play some camera. I don't care about it. I want you to hear my shit.
He just wanted you to see his. He just wanted you to see his Instagram, man.
I believe my shit. You know what I'm saying? I put money down my shit. Are you crazy though? I am crazy. I'm crazy about my talent, my nigga. Simple you think about your talent?
It's not gonna work.
How is it gonna work?
No, it's not. This shit is not gonna work.
How is it gonna work?
Yours is not gonna work. You know
Why
why?
not?
Because you're stupid.
I want
The
to
way
know.
you're approaching it is wrong.
How? First you with the CD or album?
Nah, what the fuck are you gonna... There's nothing to play right now. There's nothing you can show me right now that's gonna help you.
My IG? Saying like, yo, this is it.
Look at my IG. It's gonna help you right now.
Well, school me, man. You OG. I ain't coming at no.
Yes, y'all, the look at my IG dude, man. This dude, if this is true, he is a certified stalker, man. Imagine a grown man following another grown man around, trying to get him to look at his IG page just so he can get love in the music industry that we have today, man. The music industry that we have today, there's so many artists out here getting paid independently and don't need no label at all. So what in the world is you doing hawking down 50 Cent, chasing him, threatening him to fight him just because he doesn't want to look at your IG page, man? This dude's got so many TV shows going on at the same time. He's got so many projects. He just dropped a Popsmoke album. I mean, come on, man. The dude is busy, man. You need to book an appointment if you need to talk to a 50 Cent, man. Are you serious? Or you need to get on your hustle and really do things on your own and quit trying to ride the tail of another man. These dudes today, man, they just don't know how to be men in these streets, man. That's for real, man. So 50 was not feeling that, man, and he had to go complete gorilla on them, man. Not to compare that brother to a gorilla, but, man, the way he was throwing them tables, man, you would have been like, man, this dude is a freaking monster, man. 50 wasn't hearing that mess at all. So besides dealing with Stalkers, man, 50 Cent is also dealing with the Pop Smoke album. So for those of you who don't know, 50 Cent is co-executive producer on Pop Smoke's new album, and sad to say, his last album. And 50 Cent put out a couple of tweets, and he is obviously not happy with the direction that the album is going into week 2, man. He said this he said this verbatim from his verified Instagram account. And he basically said this first. He said, I'm really not feeling the way the guys involved with Pop's project are handling things. I got it to this point. It's going to be the #1 album. That's good enough, right? Hands up emoji. I'm going to be unavailable moving forward. Peace. So I guess he's giving up on the project after that, man. He's saying he did all the groundwork to make sure this is going to be a #1 album, and then whoever else is working on the team is not doing their part. I'm not sure if he's pointing his finger at Steven Victor and those cats, but it's definitely a bad sign. And the crazy part is, man, this album is well received. Everybody in the Northeast and a lot of the Southeast and anybody in the East Coast or even West Coast, a lot of people are feeling this album, man. This Pop Smoke release was a success. A lot of people were at odds with the fact that they were thinking about doing things as far as more poppy songs on this album and making it more universal, but that opened up the appeal, and the thing is doing great, man. This thing is tearing it up, man. So 50 Cent's ideas on this were well received, and man, people were really feeling this project. Plus, it's the first and last album we are ever going to get from Pop Smoke. Now, 50 Cent also continued on, and he said, not everything that I do is based on finances and money. I'm not taking anything from the proceeds from anything that has anything to do with this project. It is completely about how I felt about the kid when we were talking. 50 Cent on his mentions to co-executive produce Pop Smoke's album. So that was just a little excerpt from a magazine where he had talked to them about the release of Pop Smoke's album, and he was letting them know that, hey man, I am not really getting anything from this. I just believed in the kid and believed in his music, and him getting success even after he's passed is enough for me. So that's a very, very noble thing to say and very dope thing to do, man. It just seems like a lot of people and a lot of the drama around the album, 50 Cent is not feeling, man. Now you had the whole situation with the Pusha T situation with the verse on the deluxe version of the album. But I'm not sure if 50 Cent is targeting that specifically. I'm thinking that maybe it's some things in the background that he is not feeling as far as promotions are concerned. It is not odd for a label and the executive producer of an album to have different visions on where they want a project to end up. Now, 50 might have been looking at something that was going to end up like one of his albums that, you know, his albums went diamond and stuff like that. Maybe that was his idea for the project. Now, I know him and Pop Smoke's manager, they really had to do some talking to Pop Smoke's family in order to make sure that his estate was well taken care of and everything was considered as far as his family with this release. So I know he put in a lot of work, man. So I know he just wants the best for Pop Smoke's album, best for his estate, and the best for his family at the end of the day. So what do you guys think, man? First off, man, what do y'all think about the whole Stalker situation? The guy who keeps following 50 Cent around, asking him about stuff, man, confronting him or whatever, man. What is this? Does this dude need to get a life? Or is it in the rights of an up-and-coming artist who hasn't been discovered to do whatever he can to get signed? I mean, I don't feel like that's cool, but, man, maybe some of y'all do. Now, with Pop Smoke's album, do you guys like 50 Cent's involvement in the album, or do you think 50 Cent should take a step back like he's obviously trying to do? Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And please hit that notification button. And we out of here. Peace.